Well, good morning. It's Crazy Cheap Chick, and tonight we're making chili. I'm a little bit frustrated because yesterday was National Chili Day and I missed it. I had planned on making chili on National Chili Day. My chili, I think every batch turns out slightly different. It's a great place to hide leftovers, and it's just really great on a cold, icy day like we're having here in Kansas today. So let's get cooking and see how this batch turns out. So to cook this roast, I'm going to start by searing it. And I've just added some olive oil, onion, and garlic in here. And the roast has been marinating. I had it marinating in a plastic bag with some rice vinegar and Worcestershire sauce. And the purpose of marinating is to tenderize your meat. It helps break down the fibers so it'll be really delicious. Okay, that meat looks fantastic, and you can see most of the juice is kind of boiled out, and so we're left with just a little bit of onion and garlic. You really don't want to season it until later. If you put salt on your meat before you put it in the oven, you're probably going to dry it out, is my opinion. Everybody has a different opinion though. And now I am going to add in some water to cook this meat in. Now I'm hoping to get 3 meals out of this. I'm going to use 1/3 of the meat as flavoring in a vegetable beef soup. I'm going to use 1/3 in some beef chili, and I'm going to use 1/3 for roast beef sandwiches. At least that's the hope. So I like to think of meat as a condiment, as flavoring, not as the main course. You don't need a lot of meat to give a dish flavor. And that's one way you can really cut down a lot on your grocery bill, is by buying less meat and thinking of it as a condiment. Use it as flavoring instead of the main course. And into the oven she goes. I'm gonna cook this at about 375. It'll probably take an hour and a half. This is just 1 small onion, about half a green bell pepper, and a little bit of red and yellow pepper that I had. We're gonna saute them till they are soft. Now that those vegetables are sauteed, I'm just gonna add some diced tomatoes. And a can of Kroger red beans. Now, if I had a big family I was cooking for, I would probably stretch this out by adding 2 cans of beans. 1 can's plenty for this. And I'm going to add a little of that chopped up roast in there. And I'm going to add about half a box of beef broth. This would probably be like the equivalent of 1 can. And I'm going to reserve the other half of the box for some vegetable soup I'm going to make probably towards the end of the week. Oh yeah, that's looking good. And I'm going to add a little bit of tomato juice also. I got this tomato juice, I think, from Aldi's. And I don't want it too tomato-y. I probably put about 1 cup in there. I'm going to add a little barbecue sauce. I like Oklahoma Joe's. This is probably going to be a couple of tablespoons. And, you know, barbecue sauce has a lot of sugar in it, so that gives it a little bit of a sweet taste. I don't buy those pre-made packs of chili mix. I make my own. It's so cheap and easy. It's 1 tablespoon of chili powder, about 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, about 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. I don't use much cayenne pepper, maybe 1/8 teaspoon, because I don't like things real spicy. About 1 teaspoon of cumin, and salt and pepper. And if you want your chili to be a little bit thicker, you could add a little bit of cornstarch. But I don't do that. I just let it cook down, and it's usually delicious. Let's go ahead and add in our seasonings. And this will cook on low all afternoon, and it's going to become thicker as it cooks. And I think it's going to be really great. I'm looking forward to it. I think I'll go ahead and add about 1 teaspoon of garlic as well. Well, this chili looks absolutely fabulous. Nice and thick. And I like cheese and sour cream on my chili. And we usually have Fritos, but I could not bring myself to pay $5 for a little tiny bag of corn chips. And so I bought these yellow chips that were on clearance for $1.39 instead. And I think that's going to be just fine. And there's the finished product. Doesn't it look yummalicious? It tastes really, really good. Well, thank you so much for watching my video all the way to the end. I really do appreciate it. If you got anything out of the video, give me a like, leave me a comment, or subscribe. I hope you have a great rest of your evening.
Almost there. Okay, I think that's far enough. Now, I need to attack it with a hammer a couple times. 2 more times. Okay, that's going to be just right.